He has a penis. He's white. What's not to love? His dick's the shape of a crab. It's Jordan Pilkenton!
Hello, everyone. It's me, Jordan Crab Dick Pilkenton. It's a family name. My name is Jordan Pilkenton. A couple quick facts about me. I am 20 years old. I look like a Gap mannequin that's been fed too many sandwiches. And I'm a big fan of history. Really great history books, like biographies and autobiographies and some other third thing. And right now, I'm reading a book all about Alexander Hamilton. Maybe you've heard of him. And the way they introduce his wife in the book is beneath Eliza's white silk feather dress, she has a shapely body, but not a delicate femininity, which is just about the most elegant way of saying, damn, she's thick, I think I've ever read. The more I read about Hamilton, the more I think we want comedy now. We're both under 5'8", we both have serious daddy issues, and I'll probably get shot the next time I go to New Jersey. That's just a fact. I would know I'm from Jersey, and being from Jersey, I have an accent that comes out when I'm scared or frightened, kind of like a porcupine and its coils. But instead of, poking things, I just kind of yell at my problems so they go away. It's never a coherent sentence. It's just a string of words that sound kind of scary in an accent. For example, the other day, I was walking across the street when this car almost hits me. Scary, I know. And out of reflex, I yell, hot dog coffee water! And they go, oh, good heavens, the Yankees are attacking. Welcome to my life. Just another day in life with me. I'm from Jersey. I'm from my hometown. There's a nice little bay town called South Amboy. It was nice. It was an immigrant community, so growing up, I got to experience a bunch of different cultures. Which, for a Polish guy from a Polish family, where the Polish culture is potatoes and stocky women who look like potatoes. It was pretty fun. It was pretty interesting, Like, for breakfast, we'd have pierogies. For lunch, go across town, get some empanadas. And then for dinner, lights go down. I get, hey, Polak, stay on your side of the tracks. Home sweet home, guys. When I was growing up in Jersey, I was a little kid, and as a little kid, I was a little asshole, and not much has changed. Whenever I get mad at my parents, I would take whatever I was drinking, be it water, milk, soda, didn't matter, and I would pour it all over myself. This is inconvenient to me, but I'm not picking this up. You fuckers do. You know how you talk when you're 3 years old? Common 3-year-old expression. I don't live in Texas anymore. I don't live in New Jersey anymore, clearly. I currently moved in with my two best friends in the whole wide world, Gary and Alexis. Every roommate brings something different to the table. I brought a literal table and some kitchenware. Alexis brought the TV and an entertainment unit. Gary brought fleas. And a bitch-ass attitude. They say don't move in with your best friends, it'll ruin a relationship. I'm okay with that. Normally, I ruin friendships because I like to borrow money and never give it back. Now I can blame it on something else, notably fleas, and his bitch-ass attitude. I got a job this far away because I have to pay rent somehow. So I drive a lot of the time. Something I've noticed on the road is that people will take any excuse they can to be the smallest asshole possible. Doesn't matter. Like, what do you have to gain? Red Honda Civic? You popping a stiffy by adding an extra 5 seconds to my drive by not letting me over? You know what I mean? You guys get me, right? You get me? You get what I'm talking about. Like, you pitching a half-mast by thinking about how late I might be to work because my blinker's on and you see it. Red Honda Civic, license plate number GHW 8714. Right? You're wiggling, you little ding-a-ling. thinking about how upset I'm getting. Red Honda Civic, driven by my ex's new boyfriend, Dylan. What'd I do to him? What'd I do to her? Anyway, so, live in Texas, I'm from Jersey. I'm currently a student here at Texas State. No applause is necessary or deserved. Yeah. No, I said what I said. Anyway, and so I'm currently taking a Spanish class. Not too long ago we had an oral exam, which is not what it sounds like. But I would be asked questions in Spanish, then I'd reply in, you guessed it, Spanish. And the first question I get asked is, hey Jordan, what's your favorite kind of food? And I replied with El Sandwich. Now for those of you who don't know, or maybe a little rusty when it comes to El Español, El Sandwich roughly translates to the sandwich. It's true. It's like, alright, cool. He writes it down, he's like, sandwich. This guy's a jackass. How do you make a sandwich, Jordan? So I told him. You get el pan, the bread, y otras cosas, other stuff. And el pan again. And needless to say, I am very excited to be taking Spanish 1 again this spring. As I mentioned earlier, I'm a big fan of history. You guys familiar with Napoleon Bonaparte? You heard of him? Yeah, any Poli heads in the audience tonight? No, just me? Alright, cool. Anyway, Napoleon Bonaparte. Emperor of France, Nightmare of Europe, Le General, entrepreneur. Well, anyway, that guy's got a brother named Joe. So, Napoleon and Joe, Bonaparte bros. And the names really tell you which kid was like the parents' favorite. Like, which one was like, oh, sweet baby boy. Oh, we'll take you to soccer practice. And, you know, which one's like, fuck, another one? Let's call him Joe. And he kicked it. Which I can understand because, you know, my mom's name is Jennifer and my uncle's called the other one. Yeah. You know what my grandparents call me? They call me Jordan because I demand respect, okay? Alright. Anyway, so I'm good at history, I'm good at Spanish. One thing I'm not good at is math. I don't hate math though, I respect it. Alright, I respect math. Because somebody had to sit down and invent it. Someone had to sit down and think, alright, we're going to square this X, we're going to throw the Y, over here we'll throw a couple 2's in there, and that comes out to equal, fuck you, Jordan! I hope you found calculus in 200 years. You have the most contagious laugh I've ever heard, and I fucking love it. Man, that's great. Look at this guy. Come on, Kim. Yeah, no, when I was in high school, I was still an asshole. And in English class, one time, the teacher, Miss Beard, was given a PowerPoint. We get to the end, it says sources, Wikipedia. That's a big no-no if you've ever been in a high school English class. Because, you know, Miss Beard even said, don't ever use Wikipedia sources. She's not, she gets me, you get me. Same page. And I'm like, hey, Miss Beard, I thought we can't use Wikipedia as a source. And she said, Jordan, I used it for the pictures. Meet me outside. Like it was high noon. So, we go outside, I walk out of the door, she points back in the classroom, I get whiplash, and she says, Jordan, see those pieces of paper over my desk? They're diplomas. Right? You see those framed diplomas? That means I know more than you. That means I'm better than you. Okay? And I said, I made it true for English. In the spirit, if you ever want to go toe-to-toe on Star Wars trivia, I will come out on top every single day! I just want to brag about that, really. Whenever I tell people I do comedy, they're like, that's cool, you get a degree in jokes, and I say, no, because that's not a thing. I am, however, getting a liberal arts degree, and that is a joke. Yeah, you get me. Right? Yeah, what's your degree? What you get, Manny?
It was P&P.
It was P&P?
Yeah.
Fucking loser. Anyway, no, speaking of my degree, my grandfather likes to call me once a week and we have the same conversation. It always starts with me picking up the phone and before I can say, hi, Gramps, he goes, Jordan, what's your major? And I go, well, Gramps, when you told me, asked me last week, and before I can finish, he goes, only thing major about you being a major pain in my ass. And he high-fives all his old war buddies. applause? No? Alright, no problem. Yeah, right? And so, this past Thanksgiving specifically, he comes up to me and he goes, Jordan, I voted for Ronald Reagan in every election since 1998. And I said, but Gramps, Reagan died in 04. He goes, we'll see about that. So something is coming. And I am terrified that it's Reaganomics. Speaking of the decrepitly old and the elderly, I used to tell people I was an old man in a young body, and I thought that was very funny. And then I got diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and now I think it's fucking hysterical. Some people are bad to the bone, I'm bad in my bones, ladies and gentlemen, that's right! Yeah, no, I feel like because of it, I become an old man a lot faster than I should. You know, it's kind of like puberty part 2, but instead of my voice cracking, my joints do. Anyway, so I was seeing a girl not too long ago who also happened to have arthritis at 20 years old. Crazy, right? It's like we were made for each other. Sex was terrible, just because it sounded like the deck of an old boat. Yeah, we could not get too exciting because every 5 minutes we have to stop and pop a couple laughs because things don't work like they used to, okay? Yeah, anyway, so one time I was there at her place for the weekend. We're doing our thing. We're going at it like Betty White and Stan Lee. Rest in peace. But also, good luck getting out of your head tonight. We're doing our thing. When her roommate starts banging on the door, she goes, Rebecca, I think our apartment might be haunted. I keep hearing these creaks and moans coming through the walls, and I don't know what's going on. That's fucking stupid. That's not what she said. What her roommate actually said was, hey, you arthritic fucks. Stop moaning when I'm home. This shit's gross. And she was right. Yeah, no, I haven't really been in like a serious relationship for like 2 years. It's because my last one didn't end very well. Kind of ended in a bit of a disaster. But there were signs going into it that would happen, you know, that it would end the way that it did. Exhibit A, her favorite song was Wasn't Me by Shaggy. For those of you who don't know, Wasn't Me by Shaggy is a song all about cheating on and getting caught cheating by a significant other. This was her favorite song of all time. She listens to that shit daily. Should have been a sign. Should have been a giveaway voice to come, because then I cheated on her. Don't worry about it. I've been dating again. I got over it. It's okay. I went on a date not too long ago. Most buck wild date of my entire life. Let me lay it out for you. I'm in Austin. Got to coffee shop with this girl. We're talking, have a grand old time. When she mentions that she has 17 roommates. A big number, for sure. And so I'm like, oh? And she's like, yeah, I live in a co-op. Do you guys know what a co-op is? For those of you who don't, another word for co-op is commune, or possibly a compound. You know, like Jonestown? They weren't cultists, they were communists, so I like them. So we're talking around the grand old time. She's like, hey, you want to go back to my place? You know, my hippie, death cult Jonestown place? And I said yes. Because your boy needs coochie. Those were words that I just said out loud. I felt an impulse, and you had to suffer. Anyway, so we're walking up, we go to her place, we're walking up, and it's this like old money, East Coast style mansion, 3 stories in the middle of Boston. Somehow there's like woods around it, just thick old trees. I don't know where we are. And we're walking, I'm like, oh, you live there? She's like, no, I'm not high enough level yet. I live in the shed. She paused, she said, the shed. And I said, oh, okay, cool. She asked me if I wanted to go on a tour. I said, sure. Mistake number 1. And so, we go inside the house. As we're walking up, she says, oh, by the way, clothing is optional at our co-op. And I said, yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to see the dinglings. What's the worst that could happen? And so we walk in, she's showing me the kitchen, big old industrial kitchen. She's like, by the way, this is Brett. He's washing the dishes for tonight. Those are his chores. I say, hi, Brett. He goes, I'm like, all right, cool, good conversation. Brett, he's about 5'10", sandy blonde hair. He's wearing an apron and nothing else. His ass is exposed to God and all of his witnesses. I'm like, all right, cool, let's move on. After that, we go up to the roof, which there's no staircase to go up there. We take a fire escape on the side of the building. We get up to the roof, and leading off the back side of the house are 6 staircases that go to nowhere, just off the top. She said, "You want to walk on it?" And I said, "No." This is where I draw the line. She said, "Okay, that's fine. Would you like to see the shed?" And I said, "Hell yeah." So we go to her room, and the shed is the old garage. That's a separate building that has been split down the middle to become 2 rooms with a big old bed sheet. So we go to, whatever. She's like, "Oh, by the way, my roommate's closet collapsed in on itself the other weekend." And I said, "We're still in here? We're still standing in this fucking building?" And so she takes me over to look at it, and the ceiling has fallen off, and inside is a white room with a mattress and no entrance or exit. And she said, if you look at it from any other angle of the attic, there's nothing there. This is a hidden room that someone could be living in. And it's just there. This is the house that I have entered into. This is my nightmare. If I was on an episode of I Survived, this would be it. And so, whatever. She's like, you know what? You haven't seen The Basement. Some of you have seen horror movies. And if my life were a movie, you would be screaming. Because I said abso-fucking-lutely. So we go back in the house, we're going down to the basement. There's no lights in the basement, no hanging ceiling lights. We have to use the flashlights on our phone. And as we're walking down there, she says, "So we knew people had been here before us. Like it's some kind of like exhibition or whatever. Like it's like an archaeological site." She's like, "Many people have been here before us because of all the dolls. When they moved in, they renovated the place. There was just a circle of dolls at the base of the staircase staring up at you. They weren't there that time, don't worry, I was safe. And so we're walking, and I was shining my light on the walls. And have you guys seen like Ancient Aliens? You guys know like the old Mayan like Ancient Aliens dude in the spaceship? That was etched into concrete. And art very similar to it was strung along the entire basement walls, and it was painted in color. Yeah, right? And so, we're down there, the door is shut behind us by itself, and she goes, "Do you want to see the chest?" And I said, "I thought I already did." And so we turn, and in the back corner of the basement, there's one singular chest sitting in the center of the wall. The basement's filthy. There's junk everywhere, except for a 6-foot radius around this chest. There's nothing near. Even the art stops. Just walk up to it. She said, "I'm going to open the chest." And I said, "I don't think I have a choice in this." She lifts up the lid. Inside is one singular raggedy anvil and shattered glass. And it was wearing my clothes! Ooh! Never seen a more Polish doll before. Anyway, that was that date. You know what the worst part about that was? She ghosted me after that. Like, I was the weird one. Like, I wanted a second date, but I was too much in that situation. Anyway, that's been my time. I think this has been fun. This has been fun. We're having fun. Give it up for your host, Luke Cassidy, everybody.
Jordan said who she's.
Look, this guy just gave me a sandwich.
Don't eat that! Stop!
Jordan's fucking dead, dude.